Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Katusa Private Chang Yun Chan. You may not agree with their methods, but CrossFit communities motivate people to get out and get fit in a whole new way. Staff Sergeant Giles LeBourne has the story.
3, 2, 1, go!
Amanda, Chelsea, Helen, Linda, Nancy, and then there's
Fight Gone Bad. It's 6 different events. You run through them 3 times. Basically, it's a really tough workout. That 18 minutes just hurts. When you're done, sometimes people can't even finish. I was so glad to see that we had all this type of equipment and such a following for CrossFit or multifunctional fitness.
even the female division winner admits that the chosen workout for the competition is no walk in the park.
Like a lot of the famous CrossFit WODs, like Fight Gone Bad, those are the ones that you're scared of, but you're extremely satisfied once you complete them. So I knew it was going to be something that's not super fun doing it, but then afterwards, like I'm nothing but satisfied.
The Kunsan CrossFit group really hopes more people will not just come out to their events, but will actually join in their workouts.
And then I tried CrossFit because I thought, it's the thing to do. But I tell you what, I was hooked on it. And the best thing I love about it is that I'm not doing the exact same thing every day.
All I found is that it's effective and that I've seen more muscle tone and I've lost fat and I am in the best shape of my life.
Staff Sergeant Giles LeBourne, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
CrossFit was founded by Greg Glassman, a former gymnast. Many travelers have friends and family waiting to greet them at the airport. At Osan Air Base, passengers get a special welcome. Air Force Staff Sergeant Ashley Grinstead explains.
This is what the Osan passenger terminal looks like before a flight arrives. Not super busy just yet, but Mrs. Jenkins and other USO volunteers are busy getting ready to do what they do every Monday and Wednesday.
What we're going to do is we're all going to go down there. We're going to not be too loud because they can hear us upstairs, but we're going to be loud enough.
When the bags start coming in, so do the passengers, and Mrs. Jenkins is waiting to greet them to Osan Air Base.
2, 3.
Mrs. Jenkins has been greeting service members and their families for 2 years. But not all service members get to bring their families to Korea. Many serve unaccompanied for a year.
Please don't hide your enthusiasm. We're making smiles, come on.
Being away from friends and family can be hard on some, and Mrs. Jenkins makes it a point to put a smile on their face.
They need that because they're all cranky from being upstairs and on a plane. And then when they get here, we kind of change their attitudes a little bit. And it makes them feel better, I think. And if they need a hug, heck, I'll give them one. I don't care.
Air Force Staff Sergeant Ashley Grinstead, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Mrs. Jenkins volunteers at the thrift shop and library. You never know if you might see someone again after parting ways in the military. Specialist Aaron Loy takes us to Camp Humphreys, where 2 soldiers have a story to tell.
The 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade holds a change of responsibility ceremony at the Camp Humphreys Super Gym. Command Sergeant Major Estevan Soto Rosado assumes responsibility from Command Sergeant Major Lourdes Barrios Powell. They are both originally from Puerto Rico, but that isn't the only thing they have in common.
Yes, Command Sergeant Major Barrios Powell joined the Army exactly the same time I did. As a matter of fact, Command Sergeant Major Barrios and I traveled together to San Antonio, Texas to Defense Language Institute.
Both learned to speak English as a second language, enlisted in the Army, and never crossed paths again. Until now.
No, when I saw his name, didn't put 2 and 2 together until he sent me an email. I said, didn't we know from somewhere back in DLI? And I was like, oh my God, this is Soto.
I told her, hey, I want to see if you still be the way you were when we were young soldiers. However, she gave me a good compliment. I was very surprised. She told me I still look young, I got no gray hairs, and I'm still strong.
It's been said that it's a small army, but how long ago did they part ways?
27 years ago.
27 years ago, we went back to Puerto Rico, then we joined the Army, and there we are today.
Specialist Aaron Loy, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
Command Sergeant Major Barrios Powell's next assignment will be Fort Eustis, Virginia, the previous installation of Command Sergeant Major Soto Rosado. Ever been in a sticky situation? Army Sergeant Tam Pham shows us who'll answer your call when you need help.
Airmen stationed in Guam make the trip to Korea to teach new rescue techniques to firefighters on Camp Casey.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity every time we get the chance to come and travel those great distances and bridge the gap of distance and cultures and try and take some of our skills and teach them to others.
Keep an eye on all those ankles.
During the 3-week course, Staff Sergeant Mylan shows the firefighters rescue techniques, which helps to save lives in confined spaces and at great heights.
It's fantastic. This is the first time that this class has ever been brought to U.S. Army garrisons in Korea. So the firefighters love it, but also it allows us to provide a much higher level of service to our customers here in the garrison.
Chief Simmons began the process to bring the mobile training team here over a year ago and is very impressed with what the Garrison Fire Department has learned so far.
I think the most important lesson from this training is that this type of work is a team effort. They've learned very quickly that without the assistance of their teammates, that anything we do in the fire service, but particularly technical rescue, is not going to be successful without having each member of the team being well trained and also able to participate as a team player. We are already in the planning phases to bring this class back to Korea again in subsequent fiscal years. This training has proven to be very successful this time, and we certainly want to continue that in future years.
Army Sergeant Tan Pham, Camp Casey, Korea.
The team was here for 6 weeks and also taught a class at Camp Carroll. Who has a ball for a birthday? Well, 8th Army does. Army Sergeant Anthony King takes us to the ball.
8th Army hosted the Army's 239th birthday. They had honored guests and live music to help celebrate. And what's a birthday without cake?
Happy birthday, United States Army. And thanks to all of you for what you do.
PFC Miguel Rocha became an honored guest.
I cut the cake with the Sergeant Major and the commander of the entire 8th Army, so it's pretty cool. Seeing like all the veterans here, hearing their stories, it just inspires me to be more like them.
The crowd was entertained by the likes of soul food. And if you missed this year's celebration, come on out next year. Army Sergeants Anthony King, Youngsan, Korea.
This is the 65th year 8th Army has celebrated the Army's birthday here in Korea. U.S. service members are lucky to have good allies to help them experience Korea in a unique way. Katusa Corporal Choi Min-young tells us more.
50 U.S. service members participated in a Taekwondo program exchange with ROK Army black belts held at Korea's National Defense Auditorium.
This is truly the greatest experience, and I am humbled and honored to be part of it. I never thought in my life I would get an opportunity to do something like this, and to be in the presence of such grand masters of the art and to be able to learn from them, just seeing the alliance and the brotherhood between the U.S. and the South Koreans, it's amazing.
The event started with a demonstration, then participants learned the basics and went on to spar with each other.
My favorite part was definitely the demonstration. They was doing demonstrations on their kicks, their flips. I never thought anyone could humanly possibly jump that high. It was definitely something to behold up close in person.
꼭 군사적인 목적이 아니라 이런 운동이나 행사를 통해서도
I hope we can have more opportunities to become friends with other countries' militaries through sports and activities like this one. I think it can help not only the development of Taekwondo, but also contribute to the ROK-US alliance.
같이 더불어서 활동할 수 있는 기회가 많아졌으면 좋겠습니다.
Katusa Corporal Choi Min-young, Seoul, Korea.
The event lasted 2 days and ended with a banquet to build stronger ties. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, June 19th. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.
President Barack Obama declared June as LGBT Pride Month.
Each June, since I took office, we've gathered to pay tribute to the generations of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Americans.
Tammy Baldwin is the first openly lesbian Democratic senator for Wisconsin and has served the nation since 2013. Let's take time to appreciate the contributions they have made to our society. Let's celebrate LGBT Pride Month together.